All right. We are getting into a YouTube reaction video. We're gonna see why it sucks to be a ninja. I really never thought it would suck to be a ninja, but if you really think about the lifestyle overall, you gotta learn how to hide in the shadows and do all of that stuff. Doesn't seem like it'd be fun to learn all of that. You know what I mean? But let's get into it. This video is a fictional and exaggerated take on ninjas' life. No ninjas were harmed in the making of this video. Good to know.
You slide into the world in a dimly lit room of a remote mountain village in feudal Japan. No celebration, no fancy announcement, just hushed voices and worried looks.
You're born to be a ninja.
Whoops. First lesson of ninja life, making noise gets you killed.
Damn.
Look, they take shut up very seriously around here. Your mother wraps you tightly and whispers, "Welcome to the Iga clan, little shadow." Your parents don't even tell you their real names. Trust is a luxury, kid.
Wait, really? So your parents don't even trust you the moment you're born? They're like, okay, that's my baby, but I don't trust you. And everyone has to whisper?
You learn to answer to fake names before you even learn to walk. While other babies get cute mobiles above their cribs, you get a collection of shuriken dangling over your head.
Couldn't the
Not
baby
a toy
just stab
kid.
himself?
Some babies get lullabies. You?
I was like, having a shuriken's pretty dangerous. The baby could just like poke himself and just be like, all right, I'm bleeding, I'm dying. Somebody help, please.
Bedtime story is about how grandpa got poisoned for sneezing at the wrong time. You're barely crawling when your training begins. Other toddlers are learning to stack blocks. You're learning to hold your breath underwater for increasingly uncomfortable amounts of time.
This is all as a baby? See, I told you, it sucks to learn this stuff to be a ninja. But I feel like being the ninja is the cool part. But that depends on how long you survive as well.
Again, your sensei says with zero emotion. Longer this time. Fantastic childhood memories being made here. By age 4, you're already climbing trees, scaling walls, and falling a lot. No crying allowed, though. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Or so you're instructed.
I was like, I know this is all exaggerated, but I'm kind of curious about how much is true. Because at the age of 4, you're climbing walls? Brother, that's your parents are crazy.
Doctors keep saying. You're pretty sure it's just pain, but nobody asked for your opinion. Your playmates are actual training partners who are instructed to attack you when you least expect it. Surprise! Mealtime ambush. Welcome to a life where even dinner might kill you.
So you must always be on guard. That's a little crazy. You must always have to be ready for any type of scrap. Dang, ninjas were the first ones that said it's on sight. It's like we don't skip fades here. We go straight at them.
The good news is you get toys. The bad news,
What type
they're
of
all
toys?
weapons. Happy birthday. Here's your
kunai?
real kunai knife. Try not to stab yourself. Or do. Because apparently...
Has anyone really actually tried to throw that? Those are very hard to throw. Shurikens are pretty easy because they spin, but kunais, you have to throw them a certain way so it lands tip first, from what I remember. And they're pretty hard to throw. So it is a skill set to learn.
Learning from mistakes means bleeding profusely while bandaging yourself. While normal kids are learning, reading, and math, your education has some unique additions. Today's lesson, the 17 vital points of the human body, ranked by how quickly they cause death. Schoolyard notes, more like encrypted death threats. Meet me by the river actually means ambush training at dawn. For homework, you'll be mixing your first batch of poison. Whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. Your instructor sighs. That would have killed you instantly if you tasted progress. At age 7, you begin your stealth training in earnest. Hours spent standing in freezing streams to mask your scent and presence. The best part, if you move or make noise, you get to start over.
Oh my goodness.
You learn to walk without making
that is doing ice bath before ice bath. You just sit in the water and be like, oh. I feel like that's peak male performance right there, you know? Peak male, like, how do I put it? Peak male performative. It's a peak male performative act. Sitting in front of a waterfall, be like, "Ooh, I'm all wise and shit. Like I've learned a life lesson." No, you haven't. You're just sitting in a waterfall. That's all you're doing.
Sound, which would be a more impressive skill if anyone was around to notice. But the whole point is that no one notices. Congratulations on your completely unwitnessed achievements. By 10, you're learning the ways of disguise and deception. Too obvious. A merchant wouldn't wear his beard like that. You spend hours studying how normal people act so you can blend in with them, which is ironic.
That's kinda
since you've
crazy.
never been allowed to be normal even for a minute.
You have to learn to be normal by looking at normal people, which makes sense because ever since you were born, you were doing all sorts of crazy shit, climbing walls, trying to make sure no one's trying to kill you. Your parents don't even tell you what their real name is. Man, that's not fun.
Basically researching a foreign culture without leaving your village. Your
Just a
diet is
stalker.
another thrill. While other kids enjoy tasty meals, you're being fed strange herbs and gradually exposed to common poisons to build immunity. Dinner conversation is a treat too. If you can taste the poison, it means you need more practice identifying it
Damn.
faster. Ah yes, the familiar taste of nightshade with hints of oak and a terrible stomach cramp finish. Exquisite. Your teenage years bring the joy of actual missions. Your first assignment sounds simple enough.
Oh, you
Deliver
so
a
it is
message
like
to-
Naruto. You start as a teenager, like you start your career as a shinobi, or these are ninjas. They're not even shinobis. Actually, I want to see a video on shinobis. Actually, I want to see how they live. But it's like Naruto. They start when they're very young, like teenagers.
to a neighboring village without being seen. Totally normal teenage stuff. Don't move a muscle. The dog loses interest and moves on. Mission accomplished? Not quite. Your sensei was following you the whole time.
You didn't even
I saw
notice
you 3
him.
times. Do it again. The hardest part isn't even the physical training. It's the mental isolation. No emotions, no friendships, smiling at the wrong person. That's how you end up vanishing permanently.
Huh?
You can't have normal friends because normal people
How? Smiling at the wrong person makes you vanish, but how? In what way? What did you do to make them vanish?
can't know what you are. Your only companions are fellow ninja trainees who are also your competitors. Nothing builds camaraderie like knowing your bunkmate might be ordered to kill you someday.
Oh, that's crazy.
By 16, you're a fully operational shinobi.
Okay,
And
16.
life only gets more
Hopefully things get better at 16. I think he's about to say it's not, but I'm hoping that things get better at 16. Cause I'm like, I feel like one other thing he hasn't acknowledged is if they live up to 16. What if you actually die while one of your companions or other ninja trainees just ambush you and accidentally stab you? That's a possibility. That can very likely and very realistically happen.
exciting. Your first real infiltration mission has you hiding in the ceiling rafters of an enemy lord's castle for 3 days straight.
That's it.
3 days of not moving, not speaking, barely breathing, and peeing in a special container because ninja bathroom breaks aren't a thing. The glamour is overwhelming. Dating? Forget about it. Any relationship would
How
be
do
a
how do you
security
find a
risk.
wife then?
Though there is that cute ninja from the neighboring clan. Wait, are they here on a mission to gather intelligence on your clan? Are you on a mission to gather intelligence on their clan?
Oh no.
Are we in love or are we just testing each other's reaction times? Hard to say.
How can my brand appear in AI search? How can I use
This is funny.
digital brand visibility? Introducing SEMrush
Advanced training introduces you to the exciting world of torture resistance.
Oh.
What doesn't kill you?
Oh no, that's even worse. You have to get tortured just to make sure you can resist torture. No. So far, if I was to rank him from the samurai to this guy, I feel like Ninja has the worst life so far. So far.
Makes you stronger, unless it maims you permanently, which happens with disturbing frequency.
I feel
Your
like that
clan
would.
keeps a collection of retired ninjas missing various body parts as a cheerful reminder of your possible futures. But hey, at least they're alive, which is more than many
Why would they have to have missing body parts? Why can't you just find one whole ninja and be like, oh, look, you could be like him, a legendary ninja?
can say. Let's talk about your glamorous wardrobe.
Not
the
much.
iconic all-black outfit is actually rarely used.
Oh,
Mostly, you dress like a boring peasant or merchant because the point is not to look like a ninja.
that's true. You don't
The
want
cool
to.
ninja gear
look
is saved for
crazy.
night missions, or when you're specifically supposed to be terrifying. Most days, you're wearing scratchy peasant garb or pretending to be interested in the price of radishes. The myth about ninja abilities are greatly exaggerated too. No,
Okay.
you can't actually disappear in a puff of smoke. That's just a clever use of distraction and terrain.
So that's just some Hollywood propaganda or some movie propaganda that they made out. That is just some Hollywood propaganda to make ninjas look cooler than they actually are. But I wish I'm still in my head. I'm gonna act like they could do shadow clones. They could puff themselves away. They can hide in the shadows. I don't care. It's my imagination. I can do whatever I want.
You can't walk on water either. though you've gotten really good at using those special water shoes to distribute your weight on lily pads for short distances.
Oh, there's a.
Not quite the supernatural powers everyone
I mean,
talks
that's still
about.
something,
For all
though.
your training and skills, much of your job involves extremely boring surveillance.
Oh, that's not
Turns
bad.
out
Just
most
surveillance.
conversations you overhear are about crop yields or complaints about the weather, but you dutifully report everything. The daimyo's cousin had fish for dinner and complained about his hemorrhoids again. Crucial intelligence. The pay is terrible too. While samurais get stipends and status, you get secrecy.
Oh, that's
Can't
it.
exactly
You don't
put
really get
expert
much.
assassin on your resume when seeking retirement options. Your rewards are typically just not being executed for failure, and occasionally some extra rice. Living
That's
the
it.
dream. By your 30s, if you survive this long, you're considered a senior shinobi. Your knees hurt constantly from all that crouching in uncomfortable positions. You've got at least 3 partially
Hey,
healed stab
you
wounds
got a
and
full
that
body,
one
though.
shoulder that never quite rotated properly after that rooftop escape went wrong. But now you get to train the next generation of miserable shadow warriors. Circle of life. The real fun starts when the rival clan decides your group knows too many secrets.
Oh, they come
Nothing
attack
says
you?
job security like having your entire village targeted for extermination.
What?
Political alliances shift faster than you can say, we're supposed to be on the same side. And suddenly, yesterday's employer is today's assassin.
Oh, you
And
gotta get to work.
retirement? That's adorable. Most ninjas don't live long enough to worry about a pension.
That's what I was thinking.
But if you do retire,
I was like, I feel like ninjas do not live long enough. They probably hit like 40 and then they die. 40 is probably the longest the ninjas ever lived. I actually want to look that up, but let's look it up.
you get to live a quiet life. By which I mean, you keep looking over your shoulder until the day you die. The lucky ones eventually become trainers or intelligence analysts. The unlucky ones, well,
Dead.
there's a reason your clan has so many unmarked graves. Of course, there's always the alternative. Fake your own death and live as a fisherman. Just hope your enemies don't like sushi. Your glory days of stealth and espionage gradually give way to mentoring the next generation. You watch the bright-eyed young recruits and
Oh,
think
no.
about telling them the truth. That a lifetime of operating in the shadows leaves you with chronic pain, paranoia, and the inability to form normal human connections.
You just have PTSD from all the training you did. It's not worth being a ninja. If you find yourself in the position to be a ninja, run away. It's not as cool as you think it is, per this video.
But instead, you just demonstrate the proper way to throw a shuriken for the 1000th time. In your final years, you realize the ultimate irony. You've spent your entire life being someone else, hiding in plain sight, and now, no one, not even you, knows who you really are.
That's
You've become the ultimate disguise, a ghost even before death.
You've become invisible
I've
completely.
worn 1,000 faces, and yet I have no idea what my own looks like. Maybe I'm just a very dangerous nobody. One night, you sense a presence in your room. A talented young shinobi from a rival clan has been sent to eliminate.
Oh no. Are you gonna kill
could
him?
wake up and defend yourself, but instead you keep your breathing steady. Perhaps this is how it should end. One shadow consumed by another. As the
No,
blade
you
descends,
got.
you have just one thought. Next time, definitely choose to be born a boring farmer instead.
Brother, you could have. You knew he was there. You could have stopped that. But I see he had to end the video. Being a ninja is crazy though. It's what I will say. It's a lot sadder than being a samurai. Samurais actually get some sort of benefit later on in their age. Don't really get anything. You're sitting there protecting secrets, and then what if your employer thinks the secrets are dangerous? They can come kill you and your clan. Nothing sounds good for them. I feel like this is the next video I'm gonna watch right here. Your life as a medieval doctor. But thank you guys for